for one's own action and that of others. Just as the body produces immunity to fight danger, the mind helps to decide whether it is needed or not. The mind decides if it is needed or not, and thus the body produces immunity to fight danger. Now the effects of bodily condition on mental health. Mental function. What is the bodily conditions affect in our mental function? Increased blood pressure causes mental excitement. Severe pain reduces ability to concentrate. Chronic illness causes depression. Malfunction of the endocrine gland may exert full influence on one's personality, resulting in lethargy, nervousness, and tension, etc. Physical fatigue affects our mood and reduces our motivation, interest, and concentration. Physical fatigue affects our mood and reduces our motivation, interest, and concentration. Brain injury affects many physiological functions. At the same time, well-developed brain leads to the development of better intellectual functioning. Now, the body-mind relationship. Mind and the body. Mind deals with mental process, body deals with the bodily functions. Now, if the mental process such as thinking, memory, reasoning, feeling, imagining, remembering, chatting, and bodily functions such as which is done by organs, nerves, immune system, endocrine system, bodily fluids, and neurotransmitters. Now, mind also affects the body function, which is this, and body also affects the mind function, which is this. Now, the effects of mental condition on the bodily function. Mental processes are intimately connected to the brain and cortical processes. For example, unpleasant emotion like fear, anger, and worry causes irritability, insomnia, headache, etc. Similarly, depression affects the thinking and memory. Emotional conflict are responsible for peptic ulcer, ulcerative colitis. Deep thinking and concentration can cause physical strain. According to Franz Alexander, repressed feelings of hostility and aggression are expressed through the nervous system, causing hypertension and cardiac disease. According to Franz Alexander, repressed feelings of hostility and aggression are expressed through the nervous system, causing hypertension. And cardiac diseases. The repressed feeling of dependency and wish to receive love affect parasympathetic nervous system, results in gastrointestinal disorders of respiratory disorder. Unconscious motivation and conflicts give rise to many physical complaints and neurotic disorders like conversion disorder. Unconscious motivation and conflicts give rise to many physical complaints and neurotic disorder like conversion disorder. Relationship between body and the mind has an effect on health and illness. If the relationship is harmonious, it leads to good health, while an adverse relationship leads to illness. If all the body and the mental processes are functioning within normal range, an individual will experience good health. Disruption in any of one of the processes will lead to illness. Psychosomatic medicine deals with physical disease caused by psychological factors. In such case, the patients should be treated for both the body and the mind. In case of peptic ulcer, the treatment is given for both by ways of drugs and psychotherapies. While understanding the relationship between the body and the mind, she should also understand the emotional factors underlying the disease. Always necessary to study patient's physical and psychological problems so as it provides comprehensive care. Now, genetic and hereditary behavior. Genetics and behavior, which is hereditary and environment. Hereditary and mechanism. Some of it will be fast. Hereditary is considered as the sum total of inborn individual traits. Mechanism. Life cycle of an individual begins with the fusion of sperm and ovum. Origin of every human life can be traced to a single cell called zygote. When the sperm unites with the ovum, the zygote is produced. The genes which are carries the distinctive traits are present both in the sperm and the ovum. In the fertilized ovum, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes, half of which are given by father and the other half by the mother. While female have 23 pairs of XX chromosomes, male have 22 pairs of XX chromosomes, along with two single chromosomes represented by X and Y, the sex chromosome. That is the sex chromosome. Occasionally, through some unfortunate bodily error, an aberration on chromosome appears. Extra chromosome appears, making the total 47 rather than normal 46. Monologism. This is a Down syndrome or trisomy 21 anomaly. Results. Monologism results, which is Down syndrome or trisomy 21. Child with monologism suffers from deceleration of growth during the prenatal period, resulting in a highly complex multi-dimensional disorder involving all organs. When chromosomes are studied under a microscope, bands of marking appear representing an entity or genes which appear to be actual determinants of trait. Each chromosome is made up of many genes. A man has probably not less than 2,000 and not more than 50,000 genes in the chromosome. Each gene is the determinant of a specific characteristic, such as straight nose or deep-lobed ear. At present, it appears that there is not simple one-to-one relationship between genes and traits. One gene may influence many characteristics or traits, or conversely, many genes may combine to determine one characteristic. Action of the genes of the cytoplasm changes the shape and other characteristics of the cell. The hereditary basis of individual differences lies in the unlimited variety of possible gene combinations that can occur. No two siblings get an identical heredity as they do not inherit the same genes from their parents. Fraternal or dizygotic twins born to the same parents are different from each other because of different pairs of germ cells. However, identical or monozygotic twins developed from the same sperm and ovum have exactly the same set of genes and resemble each other completely. Determination of traits is not only due to combination of genes but also due to their dominant or recessive nature. For example, eye color was traditionally described as a single gene trait, with brown eyes being dominating over blue eyes. If one parent carries only brown and other only blue, their offspring will have brown eyes. Many people, however, carry both, and if two recessive blue happens to match up in the sorting process of meiosis and fertilization, the child would have blue eyes even though parents and all the immediate relatives have blue eyes. So characteristics are sex linked. One sex shows the characteristics while the other sex not a bleeding disorder which rarely occurs in women but is transmitted by them to their sons. Occasionally, a change occurs in the reproductive cells of a living thing which causes